How are you? I hope that everybody is doing great today. I hope that you guys are feeling good. I will be doing this video today on the Piscean Aquarian age shift. Um, I wasn't expecting to do it this early, but I'm going to anyway. Um, so one thing, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer. If you don't like what I'm saying, then you might want to go ahead and peace out. You know what I'm saying? I hate to put it like that, but I just feel like that's how it needs to be. So anyway, um, we are currently going through an Piscean and Aquarian age shift. I hope you guys can hear me. So right now, we just got out of the age of Pisces. That age lasted for 2,000 years. And I'm getting all this information from this book called Indigo Adults because I am an indigo. But we have to understand the characteristics that come with a typical Pisces. What do you hear about Pisces? That, they're emotional. You know what I'm saying? Everything is basically centered around emotions. That's what you typically hear about a Pisces. So we're transitioning into Aquarius. Now, what people typically get from Aquarius is that, they're intellectual, and less emotional. Things deal with more logic. You know what I'm saying? They're more rebellious, unique, and so that's what we're transitioning into right now. So one thing you'll notice is you'll notice that people are beginning to embrace themselves no matter how different they are, or no matter how uncommon they are or their characteristics are. You'll notice that people are being very rebellious. People are testing the limits. People are I guess requesting certain things from the government. They're demanding so you know what I'm saying? So we're transitioning into that age now. This is the thing I need y'all to understand. So the Piscean age brought this age of, I'm wrong, I should be punished type of mentality. Everything was pretty much based on fear. If you look at the government, a lot of things that they did was based upon fear to get the control of the citizens, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. Another thing that you'll see is that because of, and I wrote this quote on my page, people during the Piscean age may have felt inadequate if they didn't fit in, you know what I'm saying? So everybody kind of needed to fit in. One thing I will say about the Piscean age, it's like being in high school, right, where everybody needs to wear the same clothes, everybody needed to look the same. If you ain't got this, if you didn't have on name brand clothes and stuff like that, people would make fun of you, you know what I'm saying? So that's what was going on in the Piscean age. So that's why you notice a lot of girls have the same body nowadays. A lot of girls wear the same type of makeup nowadays. Because we were just in that Piscean age, so it had a lot of influence. You know what I'm saying? But that's because a lot of people are not recognizing themselves and who they are without those things, So one thing that the Aquarian age will bring is an adequate feeling of being valued, being empowered, empowering one another, everybody wanting to have peace on earth. People will start to embrace who they are naturally. They don't need to have all this extra. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all. Now, my fear with the Aquarian age is that it's great that we are exploring ourselves and things like that, but I'm afraid that we are going to start exploring ourselves with no boundaries. We're going to start exploring things and have no limit. You know what I'm saying? And so that can get a little bit dangerous because then you're messing with things that shouldn't be messed with, you know? So you have to understand that the Piscean age and the Aquarian age brought two different mentalities. You know what I'm saying? And they actually are conflicting each other. You got to think, you got the Piscean age, which is extremely emotional, and then you got the Aquarius that's not emotional at all. And so you got these two mixing together. Have you noticed, like, with the Black Lives Matter movement and how strong and emotional things have been because that Pisces age still has a lot of influence. You know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, you also have that Aquarian age coming through where we're testing the limits. We're requesting certain things of the government. We're challenging certain laws. You know what I'm saying? So all of this is going on together at the same time. Now, let me get my notes together. I appreciate y'all for bearing with me. So we are stepping into Aquarian age with Piscean rulership. Okay, so what this means is, what you will see is, although we're forming new trends and exploring ourselves and coming into knowledge about things, it's still under Piscean rule. So you'll see a lot of people talk about vibrations and getting into vibes and getting into their ancestry, but they really not about that life. They just doing it because it fit in with what everybody else is doing. So that's that Pisces. So they're exploring themselves to a certain degree, but they're only doing it because everybody else is doing it. So you got these two that's conflicting with each other. Also, people claim, to practice self-love. A lot of people are claiming to practice self-love, but they're not really in tune with themselves. They don't spend a lot of time by themselves, with themselves. So you claim that you have so much self-love, but then you got on this makeup, and then you got on, you can't leave the house without makeup on. You got these fake boobs, this fake butt, but you're claiming that you love yourself. So that's that Aquarian part. You're trying to embrace yourself, but you're under Piscean rule. So you are doing things that you just trying to fit in. You really not about that. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see a lot of that. What else? And one thing I want people to understand, because we are in a new age, or we're walking into that new age, we have to understand this is a time where trends will be made, new trends. People are coming in, people are going to begin to test or explore different spiritual bases. People are going to, start looking at their lineage and stuff like that. But we have to understand with these trends that are coming into, we have to be mindful of the trends that we are setting, because we are about to be in this Aquarian age for 2,000 years. So what pace are we setting? What is the standard that we are setting? You know what I'm saying? So one thing I will talk about, like, you got to understand some of the new trends. For one, 5G. Okay, cool. 5G. Now, one thing, I do not agree with the 5G thing. You know what I'm saying? All it is radiation, more radiation on the earth. They really trying to blow this thing up, if you really want to be honest. And they don't care about whether you're using it or not. It causes it's all type of stuff. So please Google 5G, okay? Another trend that is trying to come into is pedophilia becoming normalized. What? You know what I'm saying? These are new trends. Another new trend, hypersexual energy. You know what I'm saying? You see, like, y'all know how I feel about the, what is it called? Sexual liberation. And let me tell you, to me, I feel like sexual liberation should mean a woman should be able to feel like a sexual being just like a man is. I definitely agree with that. And a woman should be able to get her pleasure just as well as a man. That's it. But that's my personal opinion. You don't have to agree. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think that it should mean that you just have sex with any and everybody that you feel like doing it. That's not that ain't, no. Like I said, that is you trying to justify whoredom. Simple. Anyway, but regardless, that hypersexual energy is becoming a thing. Look at the culture. Everybody freaking loves it. Everybody love this. So we got to understand, what trends are we setting, because we about to set the pace for the next 2,000 years. And I don't think people understand the effects that this will have in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So how about, instead of trying to normalize these certain trends, which, even sex trafficking, that has become a kind of a new norm. Nobody's agreeing with it, but that has kind of become a new norm. So we have to be mindful of the things that we are setting pace for in this Aquarian age. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that we can do to really truly utilize this age to our advantage is, let's get back to creating positive norms. How about knowledge of self? Really, truly exploring your lineage, truly exploring where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Truly getting in tune with yourself spiritually, like actually doing the work, not just saying that you're doing it, posting it on Instagram. It's like, actually get involved. Sit at home with yourself, by yourself. Turn them phones off. Get in tune with who you are. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that we can do, start to embrace Earth. We haven't been doing that for a long time. And that's why a lot of these things are happening in the world, because Earth is not pleased with us. Look at how we treating her. Look at what we're doing to her. We're abusing her. You know what I'm saying? So let's make that a norm. You feel what I'm saying? Something else that we can do is have healthy communication with one another. Like I said, music to me plays a very big part in this. You know what I'm saying? So if we are talking as Black people, I'm not talking to anybody else. As Black people, if we are communicating with each other on this toxic level, and we don't know how to communicate with each other, we don't know how to have regular debates without getting emotional, if we can't come to solutions with each other, then where are we going? You know what I'm saying? If we're setting the trends for young women to talk to young men a certain way, and young men to talk to young women a certain way, what are we showing them? What are we laying the foundation for the next 20, 30, 50 years? We have to be mindful. So let's start doing that. We can also start fighting justice and establishing governments for ourselves. That will be a great trend for us to establish in this next year. To me, with this kind of where we're at kind of reminds me of during the time when like the Black Panthers was out, the women's rights movement was like kind of going hard. You know what I'm saying? It was like a whole bunch of movements at one time. And that would have been the perfect time for Black people to really, truly establish themselves. So that's kind of what we have going on right now. So this is the perfect time for us to get this stuff done. You feel me? And work hard and, like, you know, create or recreate places like Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Like, lay the foundation for some greatness in the next 2,000 years. Another thing that we can do is operate either in our divine feminine or operate in our divine masculine. One thing I will tell people, as human beings, we are the only species of animals that goes against the natural law. That goes against, you know, the natural way of life. If you notice, ducks act the same way that they've been acting for however many years they've been on this earth. Lions act the same way. They do everything the same as they've been doing it for years because they are in their divine selves. We are not operating in our divine selves. We're the only people that challenge divine order. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get back to that. So yeah, those are the things to expect during this Piscean Aquarian age. But like I said, y'all, just be mindful of the trends that we are setting, because this is a beautiful time right now for us to like really start empowering and loving on one another. You know what I'm saying? But just like I said, be mindful of the things that you're putting out to the world. Make sure that you're being genuine about what you're putting out to this earth, and understand that whatever we're doing, we are the generation that's laying the foundation for the next people to come. Forgive my nail, I broke it. Anyway, you know, we are laying the foundation for our kids to come. So let's do something that will make the next generation proud the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Okay? That's it. I'm done.